I've been getting a ton of questions from prospective clients and people that are interested in potentially getting coaching, and yet they are limited by 6 common concerns or questions or limiting beliefs that really prevent them from getting the coaching that they need to transform their life. And so in this video, we're going to talk about the top 6 beliefs that limit doctors from getting the coaching that they need. The first one is it's too expensive. And what I always tell people is that it's not really about how much it costs, right? It's about the value that you get from the program. So if I offered you a stethoscope for $5,500, you'd probably look at me like I'm crazy. Like, there's no way you're paying $5,500 for a stethoscope unless that thing's made of like pure gold, right? But if I told you, hey, I've got the keys to a Porsche 911 Turbo sitting out in your driveway, and all you have to do is come up with $5,500 and it's yours. Even if you're not a car person, you're going to find the $5,500 because you know the value of that car that's sitting in your driveway, and you just turn around and sell it for $100,000, even if you're not a car person, right? So coaching is the same way. It's not really about the price. It's not about the investment. It's about the value that you're going to get out of finding the balance and financial freedom that you need to practice medicine on your terms. It's just like Drew thought before he joined the program. He thought that the price was too high. And then he had his life transformed and fell back in love with medicine and realized that coaching was going to undoubtedly add years of satisfaction onto his career, and that the price of the program, he honestly, by the end of it, said that we should be charging 3 to 4 times what we charge for the program because of the value that he got out of Alpha. So it's not really about the price. It's about the value that you're going to get, right? The second thing that I often see people say is like, hey, Jimmy, like I just don't have the time. And that's exactly what a lot of our clients think. In fact, I had a client that came in and said, hey, I don't really have the time. I'm a busy mom. I'm a wife. I'm a physician. I'm the medical director in my group. And there just isn't enough time in the day to get all of that stuff done. Like, I'm having to just balance all these balls in the air. But after going through the program, she learned the skills to control her time, and instead of letting her schedule control her, she learned how to control her schedule. And because it's not really about the time, it's about the commitment that you have and the flexibility that the program offers. And this is the way I like to explain this to people is it's like a choose your own adventure, right? So it's like, hey, turn to page, 75 if you want to get on the bus, or turn to page 93 if you don't. And you remember those books from when you were a kid, and coaching in the Alpha coaching experience is the same exact way. You show up for the parts that matter to you. You show up for what's going to work, whether that's the one-on-one coaching, the group coaching, the small groups, or you dive into the online content and the course of the 3 pillars that we teach inside there to master your money, your mindset, and to find the balance in your ideal life. And so it's not really about your time. It's about your commitment and about the flexibility that the program has to make it work for pretty much anybody's schedule. And the third one I hear is, hey, I hear about this, group coaching, and I'm afraid to talk in front of people. And to them, I say, perfect. That's actually completely fine. It's exactly why we built the program the way that we did. You can just focus on the one-on-one coaching where you just show up and it's just you and the coach, and that's the only 2 people there. Doesn't get any more private than that. Or you can come to the group coaching, and if you don't make a comment in the chat section, no one's even going to know that you're present, right? So we've made this program for both introverts and extroverts alike. You can hop in front of the camera if you want and get coached, or watch and learn from others while they get coached in the group setting. And honestly, a lot of people come in and they're really nervous about the group aspect, and by the end of it, it ends up being one of their favorite parts of the program. And so I don't want that to stop you because A, you don't ever have to get in front of the camera if you don't want to, and B, a lot of people have this limiting belief, but when they jump in and they take action and they take that first step, they find out it's one of their favorite parts. So we've built this for everybody. All right. Number 4, the fourth one is that I'm not sure if it's going to work with me. In other words, I don't believe in the coaching hype. I don't know if that's something that is really going to do it. And many people, before they invest in coaching, they have this thought. They are what I call a skeptic, right? They're a coaching skeptic. And in fact, I was this way before I got coached myself. And if you have read or watched any of the testimonials from the other Alpha clients that have gone through the Alpha coaching experience, they will all say the same thing. I was really kind of skeptical about this coaching thing. And yet at the end of it, not only do we have clients who all get their life just completely transformed, but we have clients that had their life so transformed and got the balance and the freedom that they wanted that they end up becoming coaches themselves. We even have one person who has gotten their certification and is now a coach in the program that coaches for us, and they started out as a client way back when. And so this is exactly why we have a 14-day no questions asked money back guarantee, because we know that the help is there. We know that this is going to work for you and that the transformation is possible if you just show up and put in the work. And so we provide you the time to check it out yourself. And if it doesn't work for you, you're like, nah, this is just not for me. You just ask for your money back. It's not a big deal. But so many people come in skeptical and then leave transformed. And that's exactly why we want to provide this opportunity for you to check it out and see what it's like, right? The fifth one that I hear a lot is like, hey, Jimmy, like I know you come from, the personal finance space and you talk a lot about side gigs, but I don't really want to start a non-clinical business. Like I'm happy in medicine. I don't really want to build a side gig. And to them, I'll say, perfect. Many of our clients actually feel the same way. If you don't want to earn non-clinical income from a side gig to create that freedom, you don't have to. That's great. In fact, we've had several alpha clients. I can think of, 3 or 4 off the top of my head right now who came into the program and actually realized they had more financial freedom than they realized when they started. And that allowed them, once they were empowered and realized the true situation, to take the change they needed, to go part-time, to leave, malignant jobs, or to fall back in love with the job that they had. We've seen all 3 of those things happen, and none of them ever started a side gig. So you don't have to do that to find the balance and freedom that you're looking for. The last one, the 6th one, is I'll do this next time. And this is probably the most common one that I get. Like, hey, Jimmy, I'm not really ready. Like, once the kids go to college, once I have the time or the money, once I, accomplish X, Y, or Z, I'm going to do this. Like I can tell, like I listened to your podcast and it totally resonates with me. The Physician Philosopher podcast has been so helpful, but, I'm just going to wait till next time. And I'm just going to say, like, do you think everyone who became successful finding the balance and freedom that they needed to practice medicine on their terms were ready when they started? The answer is no. And that's one of the biggest benefits of coaching, is actually helping you get started. It's not a coincidence that the tagline of the Physician Philosopher podcast is to start before you're ready, start by starting, start now. Coaching can help you take that step. And if you will just show up and just put in the work, we will get you started and head in the right direction. And you're never going to be more ready than you are right now. That thing that you're telling yourself, I'm going to wait until, promise. I've seen this happen so many times. Just take the step, take the leap of faith, get the coaching you need. There's a 14-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. If you get inside and you're like, nope, I was right. But I promise you, the vast majority of the time, it's just a story you're telling yourself. Get out of your own way. Just take a step, take that action, and find the change that you're looking for. So if these thoughts have been holding you back, these 6 things that we just ran through, whether it's your time or thoughts about, the price, or I'll do this when X, Y, or Z happens, I hope that you found this helpful. And to enroll in the Alpha Coaching Experience and get started on your journey to find the balance and the financial freedom you need to practice medicine on your terms, to practice because you want to and not because you have to, go to thephysicianphilosopher.com/alpha. Don't wait. Go in there. Get the help that you need. I'll see you inside.